Well, hey, Facebook and beyond. I am so thrilled to be here on this Easter Sunday. We're sending you many blessings, both my special guest, Michael, and I. And what I wanted to just introduce you to really quick was I had, I was recently reminded of something that I want to share with you. And then I'm going to go ahead and introduce Michael, okay? Really, I'm saying, okay, this is our live. I'm so new at this stuff. It's too funny. Anyway, we are not rehearsed. We are definitely going live, and we just kind of ad lib as we go because the message is powerful and we don't need any rehearsals. So here we go, guys. I was recently reminded that each one of us is an energy, and we ebb and flow through the energies of life. However, sometimes we bump into negative energies and sometimes we bump into really massive positive ones. And what we need to learn is that nothing negative can live in the energy of love. And that is my reminder today, because sometimes we get caught up in life. We get going too fast and we forget to stop and just enjoy where we are and the simple blessings that we have with us today. So I am incredibly honored that on this special Easter Sunday, I have my dear friend, Dr. Michael Gross, as a guest with a special message for everybody. So I want to thank him for joining us, and also thank all of you for jumping into this Facebook Live. And I believe if I've done it right, you'll also see it up on YouTube. So with no further ado, Dr. Michael Gross is an author, professional keynote speaker, transformational coach, and entrepreneur. This is his book, The Spiritual Primer. Be sure you check this out. It's excellent. For more than 3 decades, he's been on a spiritual path as an intuitive, healer, spiritual counselor, and teacher. Through the guidance of spirit, Michael has assisted others in their personal quest for self-empowerment, helping them to create the lives they have long sought and to bring forth their intuitive abilities. Michael currently teaches classes in spirituality, self-empowerment, Reiki, and other modalities. In concert with God, the True Source, he has also achieved great success and miraculous healings. He remains humble, knowing the work that he does all comes from God, the True Source. He lives in Lakewood, Washington, and has just launched his amazing nonprofit called the International Institute of Self-Empowerment. There's a lot of things that Michael's doing right now. Before I actually turn it over to him, I want to also make sure that Michael has an opportunity to share his new 12 protocols that are coming up. And you're also doing mass meditation soon. So without any further ado, I'm going to let the floor go to you, Michael.
Welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you. I want to wish everybody a happy Easter, and it's the end of Passover. I want to wish all of you the same. And thank you so much to you. And to you, you forgot to show them your new book, Healing the Holes in Your Soul. This is a fabulous book. It's really great. The guy that wrote the foreword, I know fairly well. And I can't wait for her to come out with the book so that I can interview her and talk to her about her book for all of you. She has lots of wonderful things to share. You're welcome. And I just wanted to talk to all of you before we get going, and that is that on the second Saturday of every month, which is coming up very shortly next week, I do what I call a mass consciousness healing, setting mass consciousness love. And it's from 9:55 a.m. Pacific time to about 11:01 Pacific time. I give a short introduction, ask for the true source of energy to come through each one of us, and then we send it out to the inhabitants on this planet and to the planet. And I've been doing it, I don't know, for 6, 7, or 8 months, whatever, and everybody's had amazing experiences at one time or another. And it's done in silence, so if you come in 5, 6, 7 minutes late, you won't hear any sound. But again, we'll be meditating and sending the energy, and you will be touched by the true source in your heart, because we are the solution. We can make a difference, and it's time for us to reconnect to the true source to create the life we so desire. And beginning on April 14th, would you check that date for me, to you, April 14th? I'm doing called the 12 Protocols to Manifesting the life of your dreams. And that will be on Zoom. And if you are interested, you can contact me by either going to the 12 protocols, one word, the 12protocols.com, or Dr. Michael Gross 1 at gmail.com. That's Dr. Michael Gross 1 at gmail.com. It's really a beautiful, wonderful experience. 21 people did it last time, actually in March. And the comments that I got was, wow, perfect timing, Michael. I said, yes, it is, but not my timing. It's the true source. Yes.
It's April 15th.
Thank you. April 15th will be the manifestation prophecies. That's on a Wednesday evening. Thank you for correcting me. Boy, we won't forget that date, will we? April 15th. Although I know the income tax has been changed to May. However, it still remains in our consciousness to get it done. So it's April 15th. So contact me, a small case, Dr. Michael Gross 1, numerical 1 at gmail.com, or the 12protocols.com, all one word. Really, it will change your life. And one more little reminder, that is every Tuesday evening, I have what I call the call-in. It's from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., 7:35 Pacific Standard Time. I should say Pacific Daylight Time. And you can ask any question and I deliver a 5-minute message. And you can follow through with that by calling 1-513-604-9097. That's 1-513-604-9097. You know what? That is the wrong number. It's 1-515. Would you check that? I am floating. I apologize. Floating means I'm getting so much information from the true source that I'm bilocating.
Okay, hang tight. Sorry,
Anyway,
guys, I didn't have it handy, but it's coming right up.
That's okay. And it's a time for you to ask all the questions you so desire. And it's also a time to listen to a very powering message. And all you need to do is dial, I believe it is 1-515-604-9097. That's 515-604-9097. And the access code is 125446 pound.
Okay,
That's
here we go.
125446 pound. Am I right?
It's 515-604-9097.
Correct.
I
Yes.
believe you were right. And we're
All
also
right.
going to put all the information in the comments in the Facebook page. So we'll have the numbers and email and everything there for you guys as well.
Thank you. Sorry to give you the wrong number at first, but it is what it is. And
Okay.
so today I'd like to address all of you. It's a special day again, and it's a special day of Easter, and it celebrates family and friends and love. You know, many eons ago, and let's say 50, 60 years ago, the family lived in a town, and in the town or nearby, every holiday, usually the grandmother would have the lunch or dinner on Sunday. And it would be time for the family to get together and joke around, but it's also a time of fellowship, community, and appreciating each other. It's a time to get to know each other. And then when grandma was no longer able to do it, the mother took over. And somehow or another, because of our modern ways, we lost this contact. We lost the contact of being with family. And that's so valuable at this time. Remember, Christ's Last Supper was Passover. And although they did show only men, women were there too, because it was a family affair. It wasn't only for men, it was for the whole family. And part of that family Jesus had was his extended family. So we have our biological family and our extended family. And so many things have changed now that we no longer are able to get together with our family generally because they're living in different parts, or there's COVID virus now. But even before that, they're living in different parts of the country. And we kind of lost that feeling of family, of support. Because you see, it is the family that holds together that creates an energy of vibration of support and love and caring. And when all is said and done, if a family member was sick or ill, the family rallied and they came to the ill person. Now, because many of my family lives on the East Coast, and part of my family lives in Southern California. So we don't get much time to spend with each other unless we go to Zoom. And people's lives are so busy, we forget about our family. We really forget about them. We forget about what our family brought to us. No matter what happened with your family, you have to understand that they set up the parameters of your life, either positively, negatively, or challenging. But everything that has happened with your family, whether it is challenging, because most of you know I don't like the word negative. So whatever is challenging or positive, it empowered you. And there's always, you could go to the matriarch and patriarch of the family, and they would expound their wisdom to you. And then you had the right to choose one way or another. And when I was growing up, part of my family was, I grew up in Albany, New York in the latter years, and part of the family was down in New York City. So it was hard to get together. But we always got together as a family. And then we had our extended family, which were friends that came over. And it became a time of joy and happiness and great celebration, which is occurring now. So now our extended family have filled into the gap of our biological family, but not quite in the same way. Sometimes we are blessed to have friends that are so close, they really are family. And they are as close as our biological family. But we forget one thing, that we are social animals, we're social beings. And we're here to extend the energy of love. And one of the greatest teachers of love was Jesus Christ. And we forget about that. He talked about love, that, he used the word God, I use the word true source, they're synonymous. He's unconditionally loving, allowing, and non-judgmental. And yet we look at the world today and we see all the judgments that are coming about, and all the anger, hate, and all the frustrations. And they have what they call the cancel culture, all this stuff. And we've forgotten to love one another and to appreciate what another person is saying. Now, whether we want to believe it or accept it, they have the right to express themselves. And you have the right to embrace it or not embrace it. Notice I didn't say the word reject, but not embrace it. And yet, what has gone on over the last 6, 7 years is that if you don't agree with someone, families don't speak to each other and split up families. And they forgot the one thing that is so important is family, and extended family, and love. And when I was growing up, whatever political party you were in favor of, you get into a discussion, sometimes it was heated, and you go out, okay, let's go out and have a beer, let's go out to lunch, and everything was forgotten. And you were still best friends, because friends and family were number one. Now it's no longer friends and family for most people. It's the ego. It's the lack of love and compassion that we've lost in our life. And every once in a while, we have a little memory when a loved one births out of their body, or someone we care for gets sick or ill, or something tragic that happens. But in the end, when it's all over, what is your epitaph? Have you expressed love? Have you honored your friends? Have you honored your family? Or have you sat there and judged them and criticized them? One of the things we need to understand is that everything that happens in your life is empowering. And for some reason, we as humans seem to remember those things that are negative, or challenging in our lives. And our ego is so ridden that if you say something contrary, your family, friends, or relatives, we forgot that, wait a minute, we chose this path. We chose this to empower ourselves. Love yourself for having chosen those challenges. Love yourself for having learned. And one of the most important things we need to understand is there are no victims. Contrary to what the psychologists and psychiatrists say, oh, you're a victim. No, you're not. Every experience you chose to empower yourself, and you can change it faster than you can drop a pin. That fast. All it takes is a loving thought. Whatever I was to learn, I've learned well, I accept it, and I give thanks, and is no longer powerful in my life. You know my mantra, you are unlimited. And we all have free will and free choice. And the most important thing and the most important energy at this life, at this time, at this holiday is love and family and friends. No, there was a saying, and I believe the Japanese have a saying, if you have any more than 3 close friends, it's too much work. And I thought about that. And I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of acquaintances, a lot of people I love, and a lot of people I want to send healing to, which I do all the time. And I honor them. And I have one or, well, a couple of clients that are really vociferous and excitable and scream and yell about things that are going on today. And it's like, I said, we can agree to disagree. It's fine. You can express yourself. One of them caused a serious illness by being so angry and upset. And I warned her for years. And now she feels like she's a victim. But she also has the power through love to heal. As TU has said, True Source said to me, there's nothing more powerful than love. Nothing negative can live in the energy of love. There's so many ways you can test this, so many ways you can empower this. And, when a person is angry and they're redressing you, just mentally say, I ask the True Source to send this person unconditionally love. Just say that silently. Keep repeating it as while they're screaming and yelling at you and professing that they are right and you are wrong. And as you do that, they'll get angrier and angrier. And all of a sudden, they stop in mid-sentence and walk away frustrated. And usually, not all the time, they'll come back in a few days and apologize. But you see, that's the power of love. And what if we on this planet embraced everyone with love as family and as friends? I look at the work that I do as I'm in service to the True Source, to extend and to share the True Source's unconditional love. And in sharing that, it then embraces healing, joy, happiness, all things that your heart so desires. When you're at the soul level, you can't smell the flowers, you can't feel the breezes, you can't even eat food. You're surrounded with the most incredible love that you've ever felt. How do I know that? Because I've experienced part of it. Because I know the love energy is a trillion or even terabyte more powerful than what I felt. But what I felt was so incredible. And that love energy, I wanted to hug everybody, hug every tree. I wanted to laugh. I wanted to send healing. It's the most amazing thing in your life. What if you learned how to embrace that? What if you realized that everybody in your life, your friends, your families, even your relatives, which is extended family, are there for you to learn and grow from? Maybe you need to not be like that. Maybe you need to be like that. But we need to have compassion for each other and not judge each other. And the greatest non-judgmental person, of course, was Jesus. But also, we have to look at the teachings of Buddha and the great many other sages, that they all taught us the same thing, different words, but they all expressed empowerment and love. Now here you are at your Easter dinner, whether you're on Zoom with families or friends, you're sharing what we call fellowship. You're sharing the love. And it's so incredible. That's just sharing love. Pardon me, everybody. And you're sharing joy and happiness. I just learned a lesson. Don't forget to shut off your phone. But coming back to all of you, I want you to understand that there is only one energy in this love, and that is the energy of love. First of all, you need to begin to look at yourself in the mirror and love yourself. Don't see the imperfections. See the beauty of what you are. You see, you are not your body. You are your soul. And your soul, if you let it come through, is unconditionally loving, allowing, and non-judgmental. And that's what you came here to learn. And that's what you came here to share with your family and friends and relatives. And I challenge each one of you, when we're through or sometime during the day or whenever you see this broadcast, spend 15 to 20 minutes in silence and ask God, the true source, to fill your heart, to fill your cellular structure with love. This energy is so powerful. It heals you. Remember, nothing negative can live in the energy of love. Once you learn to love yourself, then all things are possible. Because you see, when you bring in that energy of love, it's the true source's love. And the true source loves you so much that it wants everything for you to fulfill your heart. There's a story, Liberace. Some of you may remember Liberace. He was a wonderful piano player. And he got very ill. I don't remember what the illness was. And he gave away all his possessions. And he just concentrated on loving everybody. And he was healed. And everything he gave away came back more than tenfold. Pretty amazing. Why is it we hang on to the grip of righteousness? What is righteousness? I don't really know. Each person makes up their own story of what is righteous. All I know is that I am here to spread unconditional love, to show everyone they are the difference, they are the solution, and to re-embrace the teachings of the true source. And the number one is unconditional love, allowingness, and non-judgmental. And the second one is right action and correct exchange, or sometimes known as do unto others as you would have them do unto you. This is a time of reflection, a time of looking at your life, a time of seeking what brings joy. And when I talk about bringing joy, it's not about materialistic things, but what brings joy to your heart. You know, I have a lot of friends. They're very successful. And sometimes part of the joy is getting a new car, a new boat, or whatever. And that's perfect. And I watch them, observe them. And sometimes they share these gifts with me and I have a ball. I love it. But they're not really happy. They're looking for a Band-Aid. Well, there's nothing wrong in doing that because everything on this planet is for us to enjoy. And we're not supposed to be self-sacrificing. We need to take a look at what makes your heart sing. That's another word for saying what brings joy. And if you realize that you are unlimited and everything is here to experience, but not own, because you see, if you own something, it controls you and manipulates you. I know we say, oh, we own our house, we own our car. Yeah, we understand that. But what controls you? What is the force that makes you do what you do? And is that of love, out of service, or out of materialistic items and things? Because I meet so many people and go, wow, look at them. They have a new car. They make $1 million a year. Big deal. Are they really happy? And I would tell you that 99% of the people that I work with that are multimillionaires are not very happy. They're always worried about losing it or they feel they never have enough. This is what's important in life. And what is important in life is how you made a difference in everyone that you met, how you helped them, and how you express unconditional love. And when it's all over and said and done with, did you really love them? Did you really help them? Did you really do right action and correct exchange? That's what it's all about. Because you cannot take anything with you except the remembrance of love, your family, your friends, and the good times in life. It's also a time to reflect upon, is this the best time of your life? And if it is, that means it'll even get better the next year. Because when you give thanks for something, gratitude is a great attitude. And the universe works this way. Whatever you give thanks for, you get more of, because the universe goes, you must like it, so we'll give you more. Whatever you express anger, frustration, or hate, the universe says, well, yes, you like it, so we'll give you more. Because when you're dealing with universal energy, it's neutral. How do you want to use it? How do you want to accept it? How do you want to become one with it? What way are you walking? What are you doing? There are things in my life that I'm proud of, and there are things in my life that I'm not so proud of, but I learn from them. And most importantly, I've forgiven those who created the chaos, and I've forgiven myself in the hopes and desire that I shall never repeat them again. This is your legacy as a family, as a friend, and on this beautiful holiday, for you to express love. So that when you birth out of your body, that I know Jane, Don, John, whatever your name is, was a very loving and caring person. And they were happy. And that happiness touched me. You see, your energy touches everyone around you. Your anger, your frustration, your joy, your happiness, your unlimitedness. So think about this in the hours, days, and years to come. Treasure your family. Renew yourself with your family, even if they're angry or upset and feel like a victim. Because remember, there are no victims. We create our own reality to learn and grow and empower ourselves. And honor your friends and be with your friends. That you know that you extended the unconditional love and allowingness and non-judgmentalness of the true source. Because you see, you are an aspect of the true source. So I wish everybody a happy Easter. I wish you love and joy and happiness. Honor your friends and family. Go out of the way so that they know you love and care about them. Thank you to you. I turn it over to you. Oh, I got to look the other way.
Oh, no, we got to look this way. Michael, oh my gosh, thank you so much for your wisdom. Everything that you said touches me right here. And I'm
Thank you.
so blessed that you're in my life. I just want to wish everybody a wonderful, beautiful Sunday, Easter Sunday, and hold true to yourself. Remember, we're all an aspect of God, the true source, and we are truly all here with loving and caring hearts, and we just need to share that with people. So I'm not going to expound on anything. We've had a beautiful afternoon. Thank you for jumping in and watching this video. If you've missed it, it'll be live on Facebook. You can go in and watch the recording. I'm going to double check and make sure that all of Michael's contact information that he shared earlier in this recording is in the comments. And I thank everybody for joining in. And most graciously, thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
My life is truly blessed because you came into it. Thank you.
And you have complimented and blessed my life as well. Thank you. And thank all of you for giving up your time, whether it's today or another day, in watching this. I love you all. Bye, everyone. Love
Bye.
you.
We'll be back next Sunday.
Remember, you are unlimited.
We'll see you next Sunday. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you.